Jimmy's been coming along a little slower lately. We haven't had all the things we need to work on it. Videos will probably be pretty spaced out. Anyway, we bled the brakes a bit more, and we bought this tool right here. You unthread this, take it completely out, and then you put this in, and then you bleed the brakes, go around, crack them all, let the pressure out, let the air out, and then you take this back out and put this back in. And so for now, the brakes are looking, they're a lot stiffer, a lot better now. So yeah. We also fixed the exhaust. The flange was leaking really bad, gasket was blown. As you can see here, we have new bolts, new nuts, and new gasket. We had the whole muffler assembly off, everything off, and just this pipe. And we started it up for a quick start, and it was loud, but it actually sounded really good for like a V6. Had a nice deep growl. Anyway, but we live in town, so we kind of need it quiet, and we might want to use this rig for hunting. So yeah, we want to keep the muffler, and the muffler is still in good shape. It's a little rusty on the back, but it works good. So for the next video, we'll be focusing on the transfer case. You need to get rid of this spline so you can fit a fixed yoke. And you'll have to take the front part of the transfer case off. You could probably leave it in the vehicle. And you have to take, there's a gear on a chain in there that links the back drive shaft to the front. And there's a chain there and it engages it. You have to take the gear that has the spline off the chain and put in the new one that has the attachment for the fixed yoke. The drive shaft itself will slip. And but that'll be later, because we'll have to bring it into an exhaust shop to get this moved up and around. So there'll be way for the drive shaft, and that might be quite a while. And as for the steering, we are gonna, like, you can use the stock steering box. It's just the two arms are pretty tight together, and if you hit a bump, it's a chance it could steer if you hit a bump. So we'll get the Astrovan steering box. We have that coming on the way with the Jeep transfer case. Jeep and Chevy transfer cases you can kind of swap parts on, which is really nice. I mean, a lot of the stuff in this rig is Jeep now. The axles are Jeep. The drive shaft universal joint is Jeep. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few other things, but yeah, we got that, so it won't have as much bump steer, and the steering rod can just kind of come forward, and you know, not have as much stress on the whole steering system. Well, yeah, this truck is becoming a masterpiece. I mean, it used to have the IFS before. It was really slopped out, like steering had so much play. We did a lot of work to the IFS, but the diff was blown. The slip collar, that's what like these axles we have right now are full-time 4x4, so that even if you have it in two-wheel drive, the front drive shaft is still spinning with the diff, as in the slip collar prevents that. You can have the front wheels spinning on only two-wheel drive, but the slip collar that disengages the drive shaft, so you get better gas mileage. But there's a lot that's happened to this truck. When we bought it, it was pretty beaten up, trashed in the interior, got smoked in really bad, but I've done a lot of work to it. I've detailed it, all the carpet's nice, I've cleaned it a lot, put a nice stereo in it, so it's becoming a masterpiece. We also might get rid of this electric 4x4 shift and just put a manual stick in through the floor. You can do that pretty easily if you take the electric motor off the 4x4 engagement system, and there's a piece, it's like a crescent, it's got all these teeth, and it moves. You can just weld something like friggin' say a big pole. You could weld a big pole, cut a spot in the floor, and just 2-wheel drive, two high, 4 high, 4 low. But with that, there could come, we don't know for sure, but there could come electrical problems in the 4 low, because when you shift into 4 low, it gears it down. It gears the transmission down. So it needs something to tell the transmission to get geared down. Anyway, that's all for this video today. There'll be more updates soon when we get all the parts and start doing stuff and all that. But yeah, it'll probably be done by this fall.